just don't get along with, even though you can be like really good like competitive players. There's just some champions I feel like the kits either just they don't feel as comfortable to pick it, or they just don't like the pick themselves. They ban the Rakan pick. I think maybe time for some sort of maybe a Braum pick. We do see Braum quite often make its way into the competitive scene, and it is a great, especially knock-up for the Wukong. So you'd have the Gragas blow-away barrel. You've got the stun of the belly flop. You've got the Wukong Cyclones. You've got the Chain of Corruption from Varus. Maybe a Braum would fit nicely into this team comp.
Braum would be a fantastic pick in this scenario. I can imagine Garen being a very valid ban. Especially with the top lane pool a bit dwindled down. If the Wukong is in fact a mid lane pick for them, which it was probably. Actually, you know what? I'm not quite sure as to why they prioritize the Gragas so much. I feel like they shouldn't have done that in the draft and instead picked the Fiora for Carlos, because they sort of miss on what we were expecting where their win conditions were, and now we sort of don't know what they're gonna do. You know, are they gonna go for the Jax on the top lane? Are they gonna go for, Braum support? Okay, Jax is picked. That already means that Garen is also not there, and Camilla is also not there, which means the top lane pool is sort of gone. You have to go for Renekton. Maybe the Wukong is the top lane.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that Aatrox sort of like tease towards the beginning of the WLG was really used in their favor, because I don't think they probably tried to go for the for Aatrox there, because obviously if it was, it would have been jungle on Andreazed. And they've just forced that over the Jax, and they obviously WLG have got that Jax pick that they probably wanted more than the Aatrox, but we'll have to wait and see. But there's that Braum pick that I was speaking about earlier. It will go nicely into this team comp. How nicely, I'm not too sure, but a set pick, I don't know. I'd probably say a Renekton.
Honestly, yeah, the Forever sort of messed up in the draft, let's be honest. It's not looking very convenient for them. Like, I'm not saying that you can't win with this composition. It's just that
it looks like they've already got the Baron laner.
Oh wait, we're seeing a bit of a swap here. So Gragas is not the jungler this time. Gragas is gonna go mid.
Yep.
Gragas is gonna be going mid, and then we're gonna see a Wukong top lane. So, yeah, it's a bit of, I would say, harder for Forever to play this game against WLG. WLG's comp again, very comfortable, very broken picks. Other hand, Forever is sort of experimental. Not the most convenient. I would have much preferred if they got the Fiora in the third pick, and they could have drafted much better with that. Yeah, now it's a bit shaky.
Yeah, definitely. I don't hold much hope for them for this match, unfortunately. I think it possibly could be a resulting in a 3-1, just by looking at WLG's team comp and how comfortable it is and how broken some of those picks are, like the Corki, the Yone, the Lee Sin, Galio. We've seen be a massive turn of the tides pick of a champ. And then on the side of Forever, I mean, it could still work as long as they can land the Chain of Corruption and sort of follow on from that, like how WLG was doing early in the first match of the series, obviously before they got away with themselves. The Chain of Corruption generally meant like... But as you saw on the timeline, guys, no event happened. There is no kills. There is no deaths. Correlate, obviously, coincidentally, there was no kills and no deaths. That's how it works. But... that means that this match is going to be a completely different tempo to what we've been used to over the past 3 games. I think either Blazin's muted his microphone again or he's gone walkies. He's definitely gone walkies. He's gone to fetch some sort of like cup of tea or something like that. Something responsible. Whilst I'm here... dying for a cup of water because my monster's all gone. But yeah, just look at the difference in the approaches from both of these teams. Over in the mid lane, going a little bit ham. Not doing much. Little few trades here and there. Man's getting vodka. I think he needs it. I think he needs it after that hype of the first match from Forever Esports clapping back. And then we're seeing not a poor display, but just lacking the X factor to take the victory from WLG in these past 2 matches. But I'm hoping the Varus, I'm hoping the combination with the Braum, the Gragas, and the Wukong, quite a lot of CC, quite a lot of knockups there. And then hopefully Omar on the Kazakhs can do just as well as how Andres did on the Kazakhs in one of the matches as well. So we're here for it. We're here for it. Galio and Veos here in the mid lane, looking for a way in onto Mr. KenQ, but we're seeing the Braum rotate from the bot to mid, as well as Kazakhs as well. I'm not too sure that they know Kazakhs is nearby. He's going for the Rift Scuttle first, just like Andres is going for the Rift Herald side, Rift Scuttle as well.
Sorry about that.
It's fine.
Disconnected.
Not a problem. Right, you can talk
back.
some jibber jabber right now, and I'm just gonna go and get me a drink because I am thirsty. 1 second.
For sure, for sure. Your voice is cutting off a bit for me. So we're back and we have a interesting play happening right here on the side of the blue jungle. Forever WLG Gaming going in too deep, and just walking past the towers casually, like nothing's happened. And honestly, they just went in and out like it's their territory. But unfortunately, it didn't really land them too much. But yeah, it leads to a pretty good understanding of how good this composition of WLG is. Like, they can pressure them early. They have very good scaling. They're gonna, if they are ahead, they can just steamroll the game. It's really good with Lee Sin. You have that early game dominance that you want, and you have the Jax, Yone, Corki to carry you through the mid and late game. It's really good. Honestly, I want to hear more about how Forever's composition can actually play out, because I don't see a very clear play. Oh, okay.
Nice knock up there from the Braum, but it kind of negated on the Lee Sin there.
Lots of plating.
First blood from Forever Esports. Nicely done. So KenQ managed to take out the Yone. They managed to take out the Galio as well. Nicely done. So 1-2 trade across the map.
Nicely done. Braum saves the kill for the Kha'Zix.
Keeping that gold for his jungler.
Honestly, I feel the only thing that they're lacking in their composition is more of a consistent damage source. Like, I feel they're... I feel like if they can get the Wukong fed, it would... Alright, we have KenQ Dai entering the chat. Saying some profanities, which I'm gonna have to allow. Let's see how this plays out. To be honest, with the Wukong pick, if they can get the Wukong sort of fed up, then there's a good chance that, you know, they can convert it into winning team fights. But otherwise, you know, if the Wukong is not too far ahead, I find it a bit difficult to imagine how this composition for them can actually
popping off here. Okay. Here we go. Corki going in with the kill onto Varus. Varus goes down. Corki with the double kill, not Corki with the Corki kill. Triple kill for Corki here. Can he get a quad or a penta? No, the Jax manages to get the kill as well. So that was a 5-1 trade for WLG. That was just nutty.
Uh, as you can see, the comp that the DLG has picked, it's a very well-known competitive composition,
Mm-hmm.
and it works wonders. It's very synergized with all of the champions in it, and WLG clearly know how to play around this composition. I feel like Forever sort of played it risky by picking what they picked.
Mm-hmm.
Andres conveniently taking the Krugs. Uh, um, I feel that it is very difficult for Forever to actually get the upper hand in this game. Uh, um, with the Gragas pick on Carlos, I also don't find that to be the most suitable pick. All right, so we've got
Something's brewing here.
fighting happening.
Something's brewing.
Some fight.
Corky's lobbing missiles left, right, and center to do some early engage damage. We've got the Braum going in onto the Corky. A little bit of a miscommunication here. We see Carlos getting focused. Carlos is pretty low. We see Andres coming in with the status on the Braum. He's only going to delay the inevitable. There we go. We see the Lee Sin getting the kill. And there's a chain reaction, but is it going to do much? Watashi Kiko goes down as well, and there seems to be a second turret going down for WLG.
Yeah, this is the sort of gameplay that you expect from WLG,
Mm-hmm.
and the comp from Forever doesn't help them all that much because I feel like they are not picking as they should versus a team versus like WLG. I feel like after getting the first game win, and a very close second game, they should have avoided picking stuff like Evelyn in the third game, and actually put up a closer fight in that game. But they did not. Now I just feel like they've exhausted themselves. They've just sort of given up, and they're not trying to win very well.
Yeah, it's not only that, but I honestly think a lot of it is down to the draft. So, like you said before previously, that WLG know how to draft against these guys. They know that if they can whittle down Ken Q's pool, if they can whittle down Carlos's pool, they've kind of got them pretty much down to a 50-50, just down by 50% in terms of their actual succession of winning the match. And it's definitely showing here. We see Omar clapping back a little bit there with a few kills. That was a 1-3 trade though, so all these trades are definitely net positive for WLG currently, and there's just nothing that Forever Esports can really do right now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like Forever is a really good team. They've got really great players. They need to expand what they can play.
Yeah.
They need to expand their champions, all of them, because even in like the couple of matches that we've seen them play, right, like 6 so far, we have sort of got an idea of what they're good at and what they're not good at, and I feel like now that it is more well understood, it is easier for other teams to win versus Forever Esports. Other teams like a couple of good teams out there. You've got Radioactive, you've got Warsaw team, you've got a Road to Top 1. You've also got Almighty Capybaras, although the roster is changing. Okay.
Oh, a little bit of a blue team victory going on here. Going for the Galio. Galio pretty low. Hesty's having to escape onto his teammate Corky there. But we're seeing Jax going in hard. There's the Patterson. And there's those snipes from the Corky. If you can't get the Varus, you go for the Corky. Just for that reason why those rockets are deadly. And then we're having Gragas for some reason chasing from behind, not thinking that Patterson and Corky and Hesty's wouldn't hesitate to go back around and just clap a few cheeks.
As you can see, this is playing out the way we expected.
Is Patterson just bought Overdrive?
Huh?
On Jax?
What did he do?
Riftmaker, sorry?
Riftmaker, oh yeah, he did.
Interesting.
Riftmaker. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Provided the way Jax scales, it's not too bad to pick a Riftmaker on Jax.
Ooh.
Um.
Ooh.
Oh, just
Clapping back a
complete
little bit
domination.
here.
Complete domination. I feel like Forever sort of showed what they're good at,
Hmm.
and I feel like because they're not that well known, they've sort of been playing the same thing too much, and
Yeah.
revolving around the same kind of picks. So now that this is known,
Oh,
I feel like it
inhibitor
is
at 11
easier.
minutes, man.
Yeah. I feel like it is easier for other teams now to also beat Forever when they face them. So in order to prevent that, Forever want to expand their uh, champion pool and really work on what they can play. Because otherwise, these are really good players. They've got a lot of potential, but potential is not unlocked at all at this point. And they've got to work on that. We don't know if they would have beaten Kittens when Random was playing, but they
Hmm.
did win against two clean 2-0 versus Kittens. Maybe if Kittens understood their win conditions and drafts better, uh, they could have won versus Forever. So yeah, it's a new team. We expect better from them, and let's hope that we see these guys in the playoffs, and hopefully we're able to see a lot more coming in from them,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we
and
got
really
like
making their mark.
another 2 weeks of qualifiers after this one as well. So I think we can only really see
Oh,
Forever go through with it.
is
There's the
this an
game over.
undressed game one?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh-huh. No, this is not gonna be like game one. This is uh looks like uh, WLG have now established their win. There goes Yoni, and
Yep,
we
there
see
we
a
go.
total wipe.
There we go. There's that 3-1 victory that we knew was going to happen after those last two wins. Seeing how WLG absolutely smashed this, to be fair, with the team comps, like we say, this team has, in some capacity or other, been playing for quite some time. They know the picks. They've got Acolyte as a coach, new to his coach role, but absolutely fulfilling it and fitting the shoes very well, coaching the team to an amazing victory and winner of the Wildest week, beating the team that beat Kittens. That is the next interesting factor to explore, to be honest, is how did Forever beat Kittens, but not WLG, who have already lost to Kittens once. But that, obviously, was without Mumu and Andrea Z. So, effectively, WLG should be able to smite Kittens pretty easily next time they meet.
Absolutely. I feel like interesting thing that you pointed out. Here's the thing, WLG didn't actually lose to Kitten with their current roster. They had
Yep.
I believe Pawn Imp
Yep, Pawn
playing
Imp, yep,
jungle,
from
and
Trident Gaming, yep.
yeah, and Ibu playing ADC. So you can't really say that WLG is better than Kittens. We don't really know. Again, Forever defeated Kittens when Random wasn't playing. We
Yeah.
can't also comment that Forever is 100% better than Kittens.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks coming on in the Rift Legends qualifiers. We're going to have Qualifier 3 hosted by Purge, and then Qualifier 4 hosted by Connecting Esports.